going on, everybody? Another day off that night shift, man. Let's get it. Looks like, yeah, every time I come back, it looks like a lot has happened in between. So I'll kind of fill in the gaps. Pretty much what I'm doing is I'll play the whatever floor I'm going for. Then after I end the recording or I end the stream, I'll show you on here. So what I'll do is I'll play the repetitiveness of it, which is complete the floor with each character that I have at that time. And what that does is each one gives a slight buff per character that you've beat it with. So the first one I did, the stream I completed the Boneyard with each character. Then the second stream I completed the first set with the full set of characters. So now I'll jump into the third one, which is for today. We'll go ahead and go through the third one with a fresh start. That way, I mean, the game is great, mind you. I like the game, and I don't mind completing the floors multiple times, but it does get repetitive if you're streaming it or you're recording it or anything like that. So I'm kind of just doing one floor so you can kind of see how the floor is, and you'll see the boss and cool stuff like that, and you don't have to worry about the tedious stuff. But if you do like the game and you do like that whole system, man, pick up the game. I like it, man, and as I always say, I love Devolver games. So what happened since then was on the second floor, because remember, this game is a made in abyss concept that you're going in these depths after the Babylon destruction and you're grabbing treasure. So it's that concept of you're going underneath, you're fighting the monsters that's there, and you're picking up items which is considered treasure, and you're bringing it back up to surface. So the first floor you kind of got basic things, but on the second floor we got things like farmhouses. So initially the way you farmed mats were you threw your team members at the mats and they would go ahead and harvest them, and they kind of like ping pong around because that's the way the game is designed, and then they would bring you in the mats. Well, on the second floor you were able to build these certain spots like lumber yards, farmhouses, stone mines, and you can now build those and place the materials around, and it'll farm it for you. So it kind of beats that initiative when you started, that you had to say, oh man, like, do I have to angle my resources this way because when I shoot it I need to make sure I grab a certain amount of resources or anything like that. But now with this setup from the second floor, we don't really have to worry too much about that. So I think that's the main thing that happened from the first and second floor. Now we're gonna go to the third floor and we'll see what treasures lie from there. So let's go ahead and play. I think so far I like this guy. Is it the Cogitator or Cogitator? I don't know, but he pretty much, my favorite balls in this game are the lasers, which you can have a vertical laser or a horizontal laser. I like those because they pretty much hit the entire, either vertical, the whole lane vertically, or they hit the whole lane horizontally. So I think, to me so far, this is my favorite character to play. The reason is eventually the mobs start building up and coming towards you, and the fact that you're hitting everything in that lane, it helps you with it, clears a lot. But on the flip side, man, since he's so, he has, in my opinion, the best ball, he's a philosopher and he's lost in thought. So pretty much he automatically chooses his own upgrades. So we're gonna go ahead and try him for the first time, as a first player for this floor, but he may choose the wrong stuff and make us lose. So we're gonna go ahead and try it though. I think the first floor was like either a cave or like it was kind of like a dungeon or a cave type thing. The second floor was ice. We found out that it doesn't seem like elements matter because I used ice balls on the second floor, and the second floor was like a Frozen theme. See, look, he picks his own ball. He's like, yeah. So this is kind of, I would say this. If you don't want to choose a ball and you just want to play it and you don't want to think about it, this is your guy. Because it doesn't matter what you think. He's going to pick whatever he wants. So, but on the second floor, we were using ice balls in the frozen zone and it didn't do any reduced damage and they actually got frozen. So we don't have to worry about, these, the wrong ball. Like this is desert theme. It can be earth or fire, but it's, it won't be reduced damage from what I've seen. Looks like the difference between this floor and the last one was the other one had like ice walls to block you from hitting them, so you have to angle the hits. This one looks like they have more moving targets, also beams, so you probably have to dodge a little better. That is not me selecting anything. That is the philosopher who is lost in thought. Yeah, there's my mouse right here. Let's see what this little whirlpool does. Oh, so it just slows you down. And he also automatically closes the screen, so don't play this character and, think you're gonna be stuck in the selection screen. He's gonna close it for you. Trying to get the right angles that it bounces and comes right back to me. Military Academy increases strength, scaling to D. So I think that pretty much means like the more you level, the higher it scales. So now it's probably like +1. And when you level after the upgrade, maybe it'll give you +2 instead. Well, at least he knows his balls. Because he's doing evolutions pretty good. I mean, he is the philosopher, so maybe he plays and picks better than we do. But to be honest, out of all the balls in the game, I hate the frost builds. I feel like they do the least amount of damage. Usually if I do lose a level, it's because I went frost build. So I don't know. Maybe because it just freezes them for a little bit, whereas like the burn build or poison or any of the stat builds where you do damage over time, those tend to build up a lot better. Now what we'll do is, if this, because I am doing like full character clears on each floor, what I'll try to do this time is, if this stage is easy, and that means that I'm pretty much running through it, you know, a little too fast, I'll try to do the next floor as well today. And then I'll come back after and collect all the items, the treasures. So we got a gold mine. So that kind of goes with the other three I showed you, the lumberyard and the stone mine and the farmhouse. So now we'll be able to pretty much farm all the resources. And the timer is active while you're playing the game. So while we're playing this, like we're in this stage, is technically counting that we're farming the materials. But you do have to assign a worker there. So one of your characters has to be assigned in that spot. But the good thing is, it doesn't affect, like, you know, you go when you fight, and if you're using that character, it's gonna still farm that spot. And hopefully you're not trying to read your skills, because, man, the philosopher says, I'm gonna pick it and I'm closing it, man. But so far, do I like the build? It's okay, but I'm not really a fan of reducing my, you know, major boss to like 2. Problem with that is, see, they're starting to catch up. It does nice damage, but, you know, it's only 1 ball, so it still has to return and proc. And I think, in my opinion, it's too much going on for you to focus on like catching all the balls that return to you. Now, if you can get a good angle, like for bosses, I will, but like, you know, in this case, I can kind of stand in front, get a good angle in, but in terms of like, you know, shooting it far, nah. Looks like the damage is catching up though. I think you can pretty much tell if you're doing good. Yeah, I love the horizontal and vertical balls. I think you can pretty much tell if you're doing enough damage by how far ahead you are on the game. So pretty much it's showing me now that I'm pretty much caught up in damage. I'm pretty much pushing everything. You know, it's funny. So far, I still consider the first level the hardest. The reason is you had, like I said before, you have to angle the ball to actually hit it. Yeah. So got a new character. We got one gear, and we got a desert trophy. So this is the same as the other two. It gives you a stat boost per character cleared. So that's what I've been doing. Maybe that's why it's a little easier for me. I would. All right, let's try floor 4 one more time, but we'll try with an easier character. Oh no, the other one he had that setup where he was hitting from the back, but he was doing a lot of damage. When you catch a ball, that's good. I need some AoE. I don't know, man. The first guy, he's like, I'm basic, I'm strong. You get what you get, but I do it well. And it's not a level like he's level 9, I think. But the other ones are like level 6, 7. So it's not like he's just killing them. But man, this dude is just pumping damage. So let's get that to level 3. I don't know if that one is an evolution though. The bleed ball and the beam. It shouldn't be because it gives you the, like if you click. Well, I don't have a ball. Let's pick it again. Like, oh, that was accident. But it'll give you a tooltip if you have a previous evolution with it. So let's put those two together, because I do want to bleed each lane that I hit. Yeah, it looks like this floor is poison. Or yeah, I think the green indication is maybe, yeah, it has to be poison because we fought a snake. So I wonder what the purple indicator is. So yeah, so you see this one, it says synergies is the fire and the rock becomes, so I know for sure I can select that one and get an evolution. Evolutions are better than synergies, when you just merge two together. You I don't care for that one because I think the thing that went with that was increased with critical, and I think the only one right now that works well with is the assassin. So I'm gonna re-roll. Well, actually, we're gonna banish. We don't need a magnet, and I've never used that one. We're gonna banish those two. Go for. So right now those two can go together. We can get this max and then max this one and merge it with the fusion of those two. When I have a purple type bullet, it's curse. So I don't know if that's the proc on this one. And curse does increased damage. It's a tank. Do that. I actually should have got the passive. Got evolution. So we gotta max these two. There's a passive for you have a fireball, but we haven't gotten it yet. So let's do another fire, just in case we get that passive. So right now we have burn, bleed, and AoE damage. Sense. He's just strong, man. It's like, why would you make that first character one of the best? He's just naturally strong, in my opinion. Now, he's not as fast. We don't need that. Now, let's get that one. I don't know, we may be able to do the fourth floor. I don't think we'll be able to do the fifth one though. So I'll probably have to go back to the other floors. Now that I'm saying that, these are starting to catch up on me. I really need that. I want that flame passive, but it's not giving it to me. Let's try and upgrade the magma to max before we get another fusion. See if we can max the magma. Now we'll go ahead and allows you to bring what? Allows you to bring 2 characters in a run, combining their abilities. That seems strong, but the only problem with that is there's already a character that has 2 people. It looks like that, like the 2 farming. I forgot what it's called, like the painting where there's the 2 farmers, the man and the woman, and he's holding the pitchfork like this. They already have a character like that. Now it's good, but the problem with it is, man, you get smacked because it's if you played Galaga in the old days, man, it's Unk status stuff. But when you played Galaga in the old days, you always went for 2 planes, but man, you're double the width, so it's easier to get hit. But we'll see. So we're gonna mix that with the magma. Let's see. We can mix, yeah. So we can get an evolution with the iron ball. I didn't like the iron ball initially, but it started to grow on me, man, because when it's mob getting close, you're about to get hit, you just get real close and just start spamming that iron ball. It doesn't seem like they're gonna give me that one item, that passive I need. And I will hate to, yeah, I guess we'll get the feet passive. Reason I didn't get the ball was because I knew I was going to get one of these fission things, and it would have been a waste. Alright, so we got that max. So now we can merge that if we get another fusion drop. We got one. Let's put the bomb. This would be good with either a horizontal, a vertical, a ghost, or a wind. Something that can pretty much go through the enemies or hit them all at once. So we'll aim for that. I don't think we need heal. So if the ball looks like if it hits me, I get slow. The heck did that? Is that this one in the middle? Was it this one? All right, so we got the vertical. It seems like I've been on this stage a lot longer than the other ones, though, right? Let's try and hit it so it can go in this gap. All right, let's hit him in this gap right here. There we go. All right, boss fight. Oh, yeah, we're not gonna get strong enough to have this merge with this because we're on the boss. So this will probably be better. Upgrade the bomb. I don't know. This is the first boss that Is it about to die already? Oh, never mind. I was about to say, well, this is the first boss that I actually feel like may be a challenge. But it's dead. The heck? It's like, what? That was easy. Oh, was it? But nah, that one was pretty easy. But I do want to clear. Oh, I have to clear this 2 more times. But man, the first character, like I told you, he does so much raw damage that you really don't have to put too much thought into his build. Whereas the other ones, you gotta kind of think about it. Like, I mean, look at the ninja I did. He was, what was it, assassin? What was it called? A ninja assassin? Something. Let's see. I forgot what his name was. It was an assassin. Ah. We got new balls. Splits a clone on hit 2 times. Splits into a clone on hit 2 times. I don't know what that means. If it means my character clones or what. Deals per second to enemies within 2 tiles. I don't know what. Is it disease? Maybe it's disease build. Deals 48 to 80 damage to enemies the first time you get into their melee attack range. That's pretty good. Gains a shield that blocks the next damage you would receive. Now that's pretty good, especially if you just have that oops moment. But let's try and do some more upgrades. Let's upgrade that. Oh, not enough wood. So I'm low on wood. Is there anything that doesn't require? So this one doesn't require wood. Does this require wood? Yeah, so let's move that. See if that requires wood. Nope, that one requires wood. Let's see the new buildings we have. That one's iron, that one's wood. So let's put this one right there. And we'll have to, what I'll do is let's move this over here for now. And I'll put that there. Let's see if I can't rotate that. See the furthest I can move this down right there. Okay. And I need this to go up here. Yes. Your Sailor Moon figure is coming by 11 a.m. Let's see. Looks like good a setup. So let's build another. We need another, what is it? Lumber yard. We'll put this right here so everything can hit it. Let's do a harvest. And then we'll have everything smacked at initially. because we want to put that there. We need to start gathering more wood. All right. All right, so then we'll put this here. We'll assign, let's see, increases harvest. We'll put that there. So now we have, I think that's why we're good on wheat. We were running low on wheat initially, so I had 3 farms there. So once we get more gold, we'll be able to expand here, and then we'll add another set of lumber. Stone looks like we're good on for now, but I'm sure eventually we'll run out and we'll place that there as well. So that's pretty much what I'll do until the next video. I'm going to repeat the last 2 floors, try to get all of the blueprints, try to upgrade my characters a little more by completing their clears and getting these trophy upgrades. And then the next time we will go to, I think it's, let's see. I think it is a total of 8 floors. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, wait. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 8 floors. So we'll try and do 5 and 6. And if those are like astronomically easy from me clearing these a lot, we'll try and do like a full 4 clear. Because I mean, these 2 we were able to do with the initial guy, but I kind of want to get all of the blueprints. I'm still missing 5 here, and I'm missing 7 here. So I want to make sure I at least get all of the blueprints, because I don't want to keep backtrack so far back, you know, because I end up being too weak for the further floors. But that's it, guys, man. I like I always say, I appreciate you guys watching, even if it's that one viewer, man. If you're that one viewer, that tells me at least one person is interested in me. So to that one person out there that sees me as an interesting watch, man, hit that like, hit that follow, hit that subscribe, man. And as I always say, man, just taking that little time to watch me, I really appreciate it. Hits me right here, tells me that someone is interested in seeing what I do. So until next time.